Hey everybody, it's Steve with Real Progressives. It's really bright out. I'm going to try and do this without the glasses. I just want to say, I did a live stream the other day on Tulsi Gabbard. And it was really, honestly, it was directed towards the federal job guarantee and the Green New Deal and looking at the economics that is going to allow for that Green New Deal. And I couldn't have probably been any more gentle and kind to Tulsi Gabbard in my assessment. You can watch it. It's on YouTube. We got it on here. And in that live stream, I laid out a clip of Tulsi Gabbard saying that she did not favor a job guarantee. I mean, it wasn't like I made it up. I mean, she said point blank, job guarantee failed everywhere it had been done. That's simply not true. And I was blown away because I like Tulsi. I support, Real Progressives have gone out of our way to cover her events. So I'm tripping out. And I'm thinking to myself, what in the world what is she doing? What is she doing? She's talking about the job guarantee, which is an important part of not only an economic platform, but a Green New Deal. And more importantly, long before you all had ever even heard of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, we had been fighting for a job guarantee because MMT for years has been fighting for a job guarantee. So naturally, I'm going to be talking about a job guarantee. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. So when she came out and said that she was against a job guarantee, I was like, what the hell? What the hell are they talking about? And people that make up things, and folks, I'm just going to be honest with you. When people don't understand economics and they throw up some crazy number like, well, if we don't cut the military by 50%, there is no Green New Deal, or they come up with some other thing, well, we got to do this or there is no this. And I'm like, guys, I'm not just an average dude walking down the street anymore. I mean, I've taken a lot of time and effort working with actual economists. I mean, like, I spend hours helping them adjust their microphones and work with them and joke around and talk to them before we even go on air, understanding the ins and outs of all these things. And so for years, I have had a catbird seat right next to these people, asking them deep, detailed questions about what it takes. And so the things that we bring here to RP are not just, wouldn't it, well, I don't think we should do, they are literally laid out, empirically proven things. And so for me, when I heard Tulsi say she was against a federal job guarantee, my head almost exploded. Now, everybody, if you go and you look at our our YouTube channel and look at the comments from her diehard supporters, those people, Greg Chason says economists know nothing. Oh, well, dude, you're going to have to someday teach us all you know. Maybe you could teach us all you know. You're a sharp dude, man. Economists know nothing. This is why we never win. That is exactly why we never win, right there. It's because we want to shoot ourselves in the foot and act like we know what we're talking about. Full cups runneth over. No new information goes in. It takes all the patience in the world that I have to suffer fools that say stuff like that. It takes all the patience in the world to deal with that kind of stupidity that holds us all back. That literally holds us all back. It's one thing to not know. Raise your hand and say, I don't know what you're talking about. Can you teach me? But to act like you've got the chutzpah, the sack, to say economists know nothing, it's just like, yeah, you're talking about mainstream economists that get paid to lie to you. I'm talking about MMT economists who are sitting there flipping the tables up in the chapel telling these people they're full of shit. I'm talking about heterodox economists that are in there rebels, renegades, fighting tooth and nail to beat back the liars that keep us in chains. Those are the people I talk to. I don't talk to them. The other ones, the Krugmans of the world, they are idiots. They're morons. They're idiots. They're losers. They're microphone abusers. Those people, bam, out of here. But when I look at this and I say, folks, Bernie Sanders is for a federal job guarantee. I look at this and I say, Stephanie Kelton is for a federal job guarantee. And I say the Sanders Institute had been pushing a federal job guarantee. We have been pushing a federal job guarantee. And Tulsi comes out and says she's not for one, that it's dumb, that it never worked. It's completely incorrect. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to sit there and go, well, it's Tulsi said it's everywhere it's ever been implemented, it's failed. And so if Tulsi said it, it's got to be true. Because if I don't agree with that, then the troll army's going to come out and bash me and say, you don't know what you're talking about. You're an adult. Tulsi's better than you. And here I am. We love Tulsi. We cover Tulsi. It's not like we're against Tulsi. We're like saying, what's wrong, Tulsi? Who is advising you? They are bad advisors. Get you some better advisors. They're right there. Kelton is available. And all the other ones are available. They're willing to help you. Just raise your hand. There's no reason to act like you know if you don't know. If you don't understand the federal job guarantee, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Don't sit there and act like you know and say it's failed everywhere, because then I've got to come at you with both guns blazing and show you didn't know what you were talking about. It's that simple, because it's that important that we get this right. Now add to it the next part, which was really brutal. Then on Twitter, she came out and she said that she is for a peace dividend, just like Yang and his freedom dividend. Just different wording, different name, different bumper sticker, but still a UBI. Now, if you are just running around and you just like saying things, then you can brag about a UBI. But a UBI doesn't have a price anchor. It is what we call status quo. Because you're not guaranteeing the services the people need, you're just throwing cash at them. And without a price anchor, which is why the job guarantee is so vital, it's not whether we like it better because we like the name better, or it sounds cool, or some dude named Yang said, it's because it is better. It has a price anchor. It fixes the services. It has a price anchor, a wage floor. And it does a whole lot of other things to just throwing cash at. And let me tell you what's really, really important to this. If you go way, way back, Milton Friedman, the king right-wing nut job of them all, Uncle Milty, was the one that was pushing for a negative income tax, which is a UBI, to try to expand capitalism. The Koch brothers want a UBI because they want to get rid of the social safety net. The right wing loves a UBI because they want to dismantle the New Deal. They want to dismantle the New Deal. And people have gotten so desperate that they don't listen to reason. They just think, oh, if he gives me $500, I can do this. That's not how it works, because there's no price anchor to that. There's no way to guarantee the services, because what happens? Add up how much healthcare is. Add up how much education is. Add up how much all these services are. And then say, when they rip away all those services and gave you your UBI, They're going to tell you to eat your peas and deal with it and love life, because that's it. That's it. It's just like most progressives fought tooth and nail against school vouchers. Why is that? Because if everyone got the school voucher, the rich people would still be able to pay more money and go to a private school, and you'd still end up with poor kids and poor schools with crap teachers. It was status quo. It's the exact same thing with a UBI, folks. I know it's hard to understand because it's an abstract concept, but it's got concrete results. Concrete results. The federal job guarantee. I want to ask you all this. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is down there in West Virginia talking to the coal miners. Why is that? Because they're trying to find a just transition. They're trying to find a just transition to move away from coal mining. All those families are going to be without jobs. All those families are going to be left destitute if we don't have a just transition. The federal job guarantee is part of a Green New Deal, is part of the deal to mobilize the entire country. And it is there to also provide a just transition to displaced workers moving from industry A that have no experience, moving them to industry B. Now, I know that this is so easy, a caveman can get it, but unfortunately, the vote blue sycophants and the people that love their candidates, I love Tulsi, I love so-and-so, those people don't hear these things. They check out. Their cognition is zero. And they just, you're bashing so-and-so. I'm not bashing anyone. I want her to learn this before we get to a point where we have to go against her. Do you understand what I'm saying? If she gets it now, we can fix it. And we can bring a good coalition together. But as a progressive, I am not a libertarian. I do not want to dismantle the social safety nets. I do not want to dismantle all the services that the poor need. I do not want to dismantle, because the cash is no guarantee for service. Do you understand the difference? This is not a basic needs guarantee. It's a cash out. And cash out, when they take away the services, doesn't equal out, folks. Use your head. Do not let the right wing win once again. And I'm not talking about Democrat, Republican. I'm talking about the conservatives, the Ayn Rand libertarians that are desperate to rewrite your Constitution, build a balanced budget amendment in it, take away your social safety nets, and give you a UBI and tell you to shut up and eat your peas. Think about what I am saying, please. A federal job guarantee, no one in the private sector wants to hire the unemployed worker. They want to hire employed people. Instead of putting people on unemployment, giving them a federal job guarantee also makes them more employable should they need work outside. And folks, you can talk about there not being enough work, but let me go through the list real quick. Every parent that has a child with autism is tripping out because there's nowhere near enough care workers out there to help the autistic. Next person says robots are coming, popping them with the elbow of truth. Okay? The elbow of truth for every moron that doesn't understand special needs kids are getting left in the dust because there's nowhere near enough care workers out there. There's nowhere near enough care centers for kids with autism. Let's just stay in autism. We don't even have to go any further than that to show how stupid and moronic the March of the Robots is when you talk about this. I'm telling you right now, if you want to see progress, stop allowing libertarians to destroy your concept of what progressivism is. And tell Tulsi, learn about the job guarantee. We'll give her white papers. This isn't like hard. She knows Stephanie Kelton. Talk to her, damn it. Stephanie's not going to push her away. I mean, we're not fighting with her. We're not bashing Tulsi. We love her. We want her to get this. Why in the world would somebody that doesn't know something act like they do know something? Hook a brother up. Help me understand why someone would puff up and act like they know something when they don't know it. Isn't that like a setup for a beatdown? Isn't that a setup for a mega elbow off the top rope? I'm serious, man. When these things are so easy to swat around, it's like playing ping pong with your eyes closed, drinking coffee. Pew, 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 pew. These are the things that they should not trip up on. Tulsi should know about a job guarantee, and she should understand it because Kelton and her were both fellows at the Sanders Institute. I'm telling you right now, this is not a bash on Tulsi. And it's time that our progressive movement stop falling in love and start making sure our candidates are strong and making sure they know the facts so they can go up there and kick the shit out of the opposition. But if they're going to sit there and use the opposition's UBI, which is exactly what it is, it's a right-wing libertarian Trojan horse to destroy the social safety nets. This should not be rocket science, but for some reason, it seems to be. But it's not. It's very simple. And it is time for progressives to start acting like the smart kids we are. And stop allowing the dumb kids to infiltrate and distract us. Let's be the influencers, not the influenced. Get the program, the agenda, the knowledge, and go out there and fight like mad and help Tulsi learn this stuff. Job guarantee, no UBI, no peace dividend, no bullshit. Stuff with a price anchor so we don't have runaway inflation, so we have the productive capacity and the needs-based initiatives to help people. I'm not talking welfare. Shit, give it to everybody. Hell, give everybody the health care they need. Give everybody the schooling they need. I'm all for citizens' benefits. But stop with the UBI shit. Cash alone is not what people need. They need the services. They don't want their needs profitized off of by these neoliberal scumbags. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. This is not a bash, and if you got bash out of this, check your IQ. Your IQ is harming. Now I'm bashing the dummies that sit there and think this is a bash. So yes, that's a bash. That's a bash. I'm calling him a dodo bird, a dum-dum, mentally deficient. But I'm not calling Tulsi that. I'm begging Tulsi to learn so that we can cheer her on too, so that when she joins with Bernie when we're kicking ass, that they will be on the same sheet of music so we can all unite behind this fucking big ass plan. All right, I'm Steve Grumbine. I'm going to head home now. Y'all have a good day, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.